1. Let's look at page 4. Let's look at the top of page 4. Grammar. Now let's listen to WH questions in the simple present.
CD 1, Track 6. WH questions in the simple present.
Where are you from?
I'm from Seoul.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
What's your major?
My major is computer science.
Where are they from?
They're from Miami.
What do you do?
I'm a student.
Where do you go to school?
I go to City University.
Where does he live?
He lives in Rio de Janeiro.
What company do they work for?
They work for Dale Computers.
Now repeat after me. Where are you from? I'm from Seoul. How old are you? I'm 21. What's your major? My major is computer science. Where are they from? They're from Miami. Now let's make a different example. Where are you from? I'm from Seoul. I'm from Daejeon. How old are you? I'm 21. I'm 24. What's your major? My major is computer science. My major is biology. Where are they from? They're from Miami. They're from New York City. There is also they are. It's a contraction, like I'm and I am. And you can see here, what's says what is. Now let's go down here. What do you do? I'm a student. I'm a teacher. Where do you go to school? I go to City University. I go to Mokwon University. Where does he live? He lives in Rio de Janeiro. He lives in Gangwon Province. What company do they work for? They work for Dale Computers. They work for Samsung or Samsung. Now let's look deeper into the grammar. Where is he? When are classes? Why is she at home? How are your friends? What is his job? How often is she late? Now let's practice with WH questions. We're going to look here at the words and we will make questions using to be. Why is she here? When are they in class? Why is she at home? How often are you late? Where is he from? Now, let's complete the questions with the correct word from the box. Let's look at these words in the box. Repeat after me. Where, who, why, what, how. Very good. Now let's look at the first question. How old is she? Let's look at the second question. What is her name? Let's look at the third question. Where is he from? Let's look at the fourth question. Why are you late? Let's look at the fifth question. Who is a student? Now, let's look at the simple present. What questions with other verbs? What does she do? When do you eat? Why does he take the subway? How do I find the perfect job? What do we want for lunch? Where does he work? Now let's look here to make questions. Where does she work? When do we go to class? Why does he love his job? How often do I call you? Where do they come from? Now let's complete the questions with the correct form of do. How do you do? What does he eat for breakfast? Where do you come from? Why does she live at home? Where do you want to have lunch? Now, I want you to answer questions. What do you do? I am a student. What school do you go to? I go to unit1 University. What is your major? My major is biology. But you can have a different major, like English education or English literature. Now I want you to think about these for the next activity we do. So repeat after me. How old is she? How old is she? Where are you from? Where are you from? What company does he work for? What company does he work for? How old are they? How old are they? Where do they work? Where do they work? Where do you live? Where do you live? Now let's look at B. Do you remember what we just saw in the PowerPoint? So now let's complete the questions. You can see all of the questions are blank. So we have to use the answer of each question as a clue. So let's look at the answer because it's a hint. So B, she's 19. What could this be? How old is she? She's 19. Let's look at question 2 at the answer. I'm from Chicago. So maybe that's a place. So where are you from? I'm from Chicago. Let's look at 3. He works for Megabank. What company does he work for? He works for Megabank. They're 23. They are 23. How old are they? They're 23. They work at the Pizza Palace. Where do they work? They work at the Pizza Palace. Let's look at 6. I live in Lima. Where do you live? I live in Lima. Now let's go down to C. Let's look at the picture. In the picture, this man is wearing a costume. It looks like he's in a desert or a place with a lot of sand. And he also is holding a sword. Oh, okay. Well, let's look here. We're going to ask questions and give answers. What's his name? His name is Pedro. And where's he from? He's from Mexico. So let's look here. Where's Pedro from? He's from Mexico. What does he do? He's an actor. What's Pedro's job? Pedro is an actor. Let's look down here. Number 1. What's his name? His name is Mark. Number 2. What's his name? His name is Miguel. What's her name? Her name is Elena. Number 4. What's her name? Her name is Sujin. Number 5. What's her name? Her name is Laura. And number 6. What are their names? Their names are Owen and Ava. Where's Mark from? Mark's from Canada. He's from Canada. Where's Miguel from? He's from Brazil. Where's Elena from? She's from Mexico. Where's Sujin from? She's from South Korea. Where's Laura from? She's from Guatemala. Where are Owen and Ava from? They're from England. Now let's talk about their jobs. What does Mark do? Mark's a salesperson. Looks like he is a car salesperson. What does Miguel do? He's a musician. What does Elena do? She's a dentist. What does Sujin do? She's a tour guide. What does Laura do? She's a web designer. What do? They are musicians. Now let's go to the next page. Page 5. Let's look at the top of page 5. First, let's look at the photo. Well, how does the man look? Does he look angry? No. Does he look sad? No. Does he look happy? Yeah, he looks happy. And, well, what is he holding? He's holding a bowl. And he's holding a whisk. Repeat after me. Whisk. We use a whisk when we mix things like cake, flour for cake, or we're making cookie dough, or we're beating eggs to make scrambled eggs. So the title of this article is A Sweet Job. A sweet job. Sweet is a taste. Sweet. What's something that's sweet that you can think of? Do you see this? Is this sweet? What is this? That's right, it's ice cream. And ice cream is creamy and sweet. Chocolate is also sweet. Yeah, pie, cake, all of those things. So, what is the man wearing? He's wearing an apchima. Yeah, an apchima. Yeah, he's wearing an apron. So, he's probably what's his job? What does he do? Yeah, he's a chef. That's right. So, does he like his job? I think so, because he's smiling. So let's predict what is in the reading. Probably about dessert. And well, we can see here it says job and it says job. So this is probably about his job. Yeah, sweet is a taste, and it also can mean really good or awesome or wonderful. So let's listen to the reading.
CD1, track 7. A sweet job.
Is there a perfect job? And if there is, how do you find it? Pete Mackenzie, owner of Pete's Sweets, has the answer. First, ask yourself, what do I love? Then try to make that thing your profession. What does Pete love? Chocolate. Pete makes truffles, special chocolates that are usually round and soft, and sells them online. He works from his kitchen at his home in Vancouver, Canada. But Pete doesn't only love chocolate. He also loves his wife and business partner, Mia. Mia is a part-time student at Casco College, and she also manages the truffle business. Pete says, she's the accountant and I'm the chef. Her major is business, and she loves numbers. I'm terrible at math, but I love to cook, so we're both happy.
Really good. So what does Pete do? Yeah, Pete is an owner, and he owns Pete's Sweets. What's the name of his business? Yeah, it's called Pete's Sweets. And what does he make? Yeah, he makes chocolate, It's a kind of chocolate. He makes truffles. And what's the shape? What's the shape of a truffle? Yeah, they're round. And who does he work with? Oh, yeah? Okay, well, yeah. He works with Mia. Yeah, Mia. And who is Mia? Mia is his wife and his business partner. And does Mia only do the business with Pete? Does she do something else? Well, let's look down at these questions. What does Pete love? So we have to look for the three things that Pete loves. Pete loves chocolate. Pete loves his wife. And Pete loves to cook. Write those down. Where does Pete sell his truffles? Does Pete have a store? Does he sell them at his store? No. He sells them online. Yeah, he sells them on the internet. Where does Pete work? Does he have an office? Does he go to a restaurant and work? No. Pete works from his kitchen at his home. Where does Pete live? And he lives in Vancouver, Canada. Who does Pete work with? Does he work with his brother? Does he work with his parents? No. He works with his wife. Here it says business partner. And what's his wife's name? Mia. That's right. Her name is Mia. And what does Mia do? Mia is a part-time student and she manages the truffle business. Mia is the accountant. And what does Mia study? Her major is business. Very good. So they both work out. They have a very happy time together with their business. So, like Pete, I want you to think about things that you love and a job for those things. So Pete loves chocolate and he's a truffle maker. What are some things that you love? How about movies? You love movies. So your job can be an actor. Oh, how about drawing? So you can be an artist. Oh, you like music. So you can be a musician. Let's look down here. And let's fill in the blanks. This can be a job. So I have the perfect job. I'm an accountant. I love to do math. Math is suhat. I love to do math. So this is a great job for me. I work at an office. Every day at work, I add numbers and I subtract numbers. I'm very happy. You did a great job listening to all of this. It's a lot of information to take in, but if you listen and you review this, you will do very well on the midterm exam. I'll see you in class.